Welcome to Golden Software's training video for Strater 5. Strater is a superior well log, borehole, and cross-section plotting software package. In this video, I will give a broad overview of the log types offered in Strater. Strater has 15 unique log types, all of which are displayed in the example logs.sdg sample file that ships with Strater. To create any of these logs, click on the log type in the Create Logs section of the Logs ribbon bar tab. Click in the log pane where you want the log to appear, and select the table or data file to plot. For more information on how to create logs, see the Creating Logs training video. Depth logs are used as a vertical scale bar to display depth or elevation. The depths can be displayed as measured depths down the hole or as true vertical depths if azimuth and inclination or dip information is available for deviated wells. Depth logs can be created from depth tables, interval tables, lithology tables, and well construction tables. Since well construction and lithology tables are subsets of the interval table type, we will use the term interval table in this video to refer to all three table types. Line symbol logs are used to display data as symbols and/or lines. Line symbol logs are useful for displaying wireline log data like assay values, geophysical parameters, and moisture content. Line symbol logs can be created from depth tables or interval tables. Lithology logs show the various stratigraphic layers in the borehole. The display can be a simple filled block or a more elaborate block showing weathering patterns and various line types. Lithology logs can be created from interval tables. Complex text logs show text in intervals or at specific depths. This can be used to display rock descriptions, alteration descriptions, or any general descriptive text down the well. Long text blocks are wrapped to fit the log width, and separator styles can be used to separate text in long descriptions. Complex text logs can be created from depth tables or interval tables. Zone bar logs display data as filled blocks within intervals. These can represent a wide variety of logging data, such as sample intervals, alteration zones, and contamination layers. Zone bars can be created from interval tables. Bar logs plot a bar from the data minimum up to, or from the 0 up or down to, the data value. Bar logs can be created from depth tables or interval tables. Percentage logs normalize depth or interval data to 100 in order to display blocks representing parts of a whole, similar to the way pie charts are plotted. This is useful for showing percentages of certain minerals or chemicals in a sample. Percentage logs can be created from depth tables or interval tables. Post logs are used to display a symbol and/or text in an interval or at a specific depth. The symbols can represent sample locations, depth to water, depth to contamination, or other monitoring well measurements. Post logs can be created from depth tables or interval tables. Classed post logs plot symbols and/or text in an interval or at a depth, like post logs, except classed post logs bin the numeric data values into ranges in order to determine the symbol and text properties. Classed post logs can be created from depth tables or interval tables. Graphic logs allow you to specify image file names and show the images in specified intervals. This is useful for displaying core photos. Graphic logs can be created from interval tables. Well construction logs replicate a well construction or piezometer diagram for the log. These logs show items such as screen, packing material, end caps, and covers. Well construction logs can be created from interval tables. Raster logs are used to display raster images at a specific depth and scale. If the raster log has a depth registration file, this can be imported so the image comes in as registered. Or you can import an unregistered image and manually depth register it. This is useful for displaying scans of paper wireline logs. Raster logs are created from image files or ASCII depth registration files. Tadpole logs are used to display dip and dip direction down the borehole. This gives an indication of strike and dip of bedding planes, fractures, or any other structure along the depth of a borehole. Tadpole logs can be created from depth tables or interval tables. Cross-plot logs are used to display intersections of two data curves on a graph. These logs can be used to characterize properties such as porosity, water saturation, or clay content. Cross-plot logs can be created from depth tables or interval tables. Function logs perform mathematical calculations on one or more existing line, symbol, or bar logs. The results are added to a new table and are displayed as a new line symbol log. Editable properties for each individual log type are presented in the Property Manager once you've selected the log. This concludes the training video introducing Strater 5's log types. If you have any additional questions, please contact Golden Software.